Hello guys, I just wanted to give you a more class-specific tour of iLearn3. I know there's lots of resources out there for iLearn3 because it's a new program, but I just thought I would show you a little bit how to get started in our class specifically. So this is our course landing page, and this is where you can find all of the announcements that I'll be posting. I will be posting at least one announcement a week, so that it gives you some tips on what you can do in the assignments to get full credit, or heads up on upcoming big assignments, things like that. So look here for that. Then you can also see our calendar for our class. So I would recommend navigating through the classes using the content tab here. If you use the discussions, quizzes, or Dropbox, it kind of jumbles the class together, and if you use the content, it will go in chronological order, and that makes sure that you don't miss any of the activities that we have going on or any of the assignments. So if you click on that content, it'll bring you to our class. I have to scroll down. It's Katie and sorry about that. So when I uploaded this video, a little introduction of myself, I checked the box to have it not start automatically, but for some reason, even if the box is checked or unchecked, the video still starts without pushing play. So I'm really sorry, you'll have to endure that for the rest of the semester, but just remember to push pause. Also, once you get into these other folders over here, you won't be landing on this page every time, but that's how it is right now. So I'm sorry, but here's the overview. So you can find my email address here, and then my Adobe Connect meeting room. So if we need to meet, we can meet there. It's kind of like Skype, so we can talk about the questions that you have, or any of the assignments and things. So if you need to meet with me, we can use that. And then this is the email email address you can use to email me. Here's my little biography and my video that always plays. So I'm really sorry about that again, but at the bottom, there's some information about the course and how to get started. And then you can just come over here to this welcome page and start. So this is where you're going to find the syllabus, our class schedule, and other resources that they've given to you from BYU Idaho. To begin, you just click on the link. So you'll start there, and here's the syllabus. So you'll read over that. And then you can, down here next to this task, there's a box that you click to say that you've read it. And then you can go to the next item in that page just by clicking either this arrow or the top. And it will bring you to the course schedule. You'll look over that, and then again, you'll hit this task button saying that you've read it. And then if we go back to the welcome page, you can see here that you've read over the syllabus and your schedule. This is, I think it's a pretty nice tool so that you know where you've left off. So if you're working on class and then had to leave and then come back, you can see what you've read already. And then this bar at the top shows you that there's 9 readings or 9 assignments that you need to complete in this welcome folder, and it shows you what you've completed already. You can also unclick the boxes, and then you still have 9 things to read. You haven't done anything in that folder. For this welcome page, I would pay particular attention to the syllabus and the orientation to online learning, because there will be a quiz on both of those later this week. After you've read all of those things, you can go to this iLearn 3.0 tour. So again, this is just in general how you function using the iLearn 3 program. So you'll just start with your introduction and go down the list. If you've used iLearn 3, this is probably a good refresher for you. If you're new, you'll probably want to study these a little bit more in depth to know what you're doing. This simulation discussion topic, assignment simulation, and the simulation quiz, they're not required. That's just so that you can get a feel for iLearn 3 and get familiar with how you're going to be submitting assignments and things, but they're not going to be graded. So I'm going to leave it to your discretion as to whether or not you want to do that. But they're just something for you to practice. So once you've finished both of those, you will officially start in our class with week 1. So again, you'll just start with your introduction, and you'll click there, read through it, check the box, and it will keep bringing you through to this lesson 1, all of those materials there. This questions and conversations will show up in every week. This is a discussion board, so if you click on it, it'll bring you to this questions and conversations boards. And I've already created one for week 1 and week 2. So these are where I want you to post general questions for the class. So if you have a question about an assignment or a due date, you can just click on whatever week it relates to. So for week 1, you would open that, and then you can click reply to thread and ask your question. If you are here and you see a question and you think you know the answer, feel free to respond to that student. I will be checking here to answer questions as well, but sometimes it's better if you guys answer questions for each other because you know the answer. So you can always answer here as well, and I will be checking back here to make sure that all of the questions get answered. You can also see the due dates for the assignments underneath them. So like this orientation quiz will be due next Monday. This week we have 3 discussion boards. So that is really unusual. It only happens at the first of every semester. So don't panic, but that's really, it's a pretty heavy schedule this week. So you will take some quizzes and then do this icebreaker discussion board, and that's just where you're introducing yourself to class. It's not due for a couple of Mondays because students may be switching and adjusting their schedules. But I recommend just getting in there early and introducing yourself, and then you can start on the rest of the things going on. This plagiarism discussion board is our second one, and you will need to complete your first post by next Monday. And then you'll need to reply to 2 of the other posts from your classmates by the following Monday. So in 2 weeks' time, you'll have to have 1 initial post and 2 reply posts in that discussion board. And then the last discussion board we'll have is the introductory week. And this is the one that is the most normal and the most typical of our discussion boards in our class. So this one, your first post will be due on Wednesday, and then the following Monday you'll have 2 reply posts. And that's how it will be the whole rest of the semester. We'll usually only have 1 discussion board going at a time, and you'll post your first one by Wednesday and 2 reply posts by the following Monday. So this week is kind of unique in that way. Also, if you look at this side, so you can see week 1 and week 2, you can see the lessons there. This week 3, you can see it says begins April 25th. We only have 2 weeks open at a time. So you can come back up to this welcome and see the schedule here, so that you can see when things are coming up and when things are due. But that's also what the announcement page will be for. I'll alert you to the big assignments coming up in the announcements page. So I think that's it for our specific class tour. If you have any questions, again, post them in this questions and conversations board. There's quite a few places that I've posted so that you can find that. But if you have personal questions, feel free to email me, and I will make sure to answer you and get back as quickly as I can. So good luck this week, and I will see you in the discussion boards.